morning, everybody. Breakfast time. It's Wednesday, 15th. So we just got the kitchen repainted and we're putting some finishing touches on it. So hopefully it looks a little bit better. Away we go. Today, there's some nice breakfast sausage I got from Whole Foods. Wish I got $5 every time I said Whole Foods in front of other people. I've got some microwaved new potatoes and some vegetables, of course. Today I've got Rappini, which is one of my more favorite vegetables. I have trouble getting my wife to eat it, so I cook it for myself. Super greens, of course. I'm going to throw a little Italian parsley in this, and of course the eggs. I do have, our flavor today is sheep's milk feta cheese. So if you guys have been watching this at all, you know I don't eat cow's milk. And so this is goat butter over here. So this I found at Costco, and of course as soon as I saw it that it was sheep's milk, not cow's milk, I bought two. What else is new? You always got to buy a couple of cups. Nothing ever comes in a single pack. You want a pineapple? Buy three. So, let's get started. I'm going to get a couple things going here. A couple skillets. And I'll explain as we go. Stop that nasty clicking. Even my pot rack got painted, so everything's looking all bright and shiny new. So, sausage. Keep it off the cutting board. So just one giant patty is all we need to do. So quite simply, all I want to do is take a bag, and I'll transfer this to my other veggies. Some Italian parsley we're going to chop up. And just smash it. That way I don't even have to wash my hands. And we have a patty. And that'll go for Jody and me. Jody, you're a faithful camera person. One day she's actually going to turn that camera around and show you what she looks like. In the meantime, we'll just go from there. In it goes. I want to get that nice and flat and thin so it cooks quick. And basically just avoiding touching that raw meat so that I can just move right on. Well, that's just a time saver. So next I like to give my potatoes some love, some brown. So I'm not going to do anything too fancy. I'm going to just split them in half. They were nuked for about 2.5 minutes, so they're just cooked through, and that's all it took. Oops, wrong pan. It's all good. Get some oil in that guy. And then these, what I like to do to get these a little seasoned and ready to go, I just sprinkle some salt right in that pan. And some pepper. And I'm only going to cook the cut side of the potatoes. That's just to give them some brown, some flavor, and also get them hot. So they don't need to be tossed and turned and all that kind of stuff. Just going to get them some brown. A lot of times what I'll do for dinner is I'll preheat the oven. I'll use raw potatoes. I'll get these started like this, get them a little bit brown, and then pop them in the oven to let them finish. So I'm kind of pan roasting the potatoes. And they come out real nice. And I'll just do that first, and then I'll get on with everything else. So, love these little guys. That's it. Let them brown. Don't have to do anything else. I'm actually going to turn that heat down a little bit and just let them go. Now we want to get on with the rest of our veggies. So, Rappini for 2. Looks good to me. Once again, we're going to slice everything nice and thin. I don't care how the florets fall, they're going in the pan. In fact, it's kind of cool, the florets get a little bit of crispiness to them while they're cooking, and I kind of like that. So, now, I've also got some yellow squash and red onions, so I'm eating the rainbow, thanks to our nutrition expert, Vicki Robichaud, who does classes with us, one of which is called Eat the Rainbow. So that simple little piece of advice really helps as I go forward. There's always something stuck to the vegetables. And then it's just a matter of portion control. Remember, this is the meal that carries me through the whole day. So and of course I'm making this for 2. So I make this fairly large, as you all know. I will not have an appetite until at least 3 or 4 o'clock today. So if I'm going to have dinner at 3 or 4 o'clock, I'll just have a light snack, something to carry me through before dinner. Seems to be working. So today, again, we want to add some fresh herbs. So I just take a little wonk of that. I need to be more specific than that. It always cracks me up when I see people measuring fresh herbs. Get a little teaspoon out. Get just the right amount. What are you doing? Just put some in. Well, it says a teaspoon. I don't care. Have fun. Put in as much as you like. They're fresh herbs. Fresh herbs are always easy to err on the side of enthusiasm. If you like them, put in more. They do not require measurement. They just require to be washed, which they already were, and stemmed before they're chopped.
I think that.
If you hear that little barking in the background, that's my hungry dog Bentley, who's here trying to get in the shot. He's very photogenic, as you can tell. And he just wants to be part of the fun. Actually, what he is, he's waiting for sausage to fall from heaven so he can have a treat. So there's my first components. And that sausage is just about ready to turn. We're going to use 2 different leafy greens today, too. We've got arugula and super greens, so I'm going to try to use those up a little bit. Cheers. Okay. The Rappini goes in first. My bench grade, we're starting to sell these at the school now. These are always handy. Everybody should have a couple in their kitchen at all times. So I'm picking things up from the cutting board safely. A little bit of salt, a little bit of our ever-loving turmeric. For 1, for 2. Always remember the pepper with the turmeric. Helps absorption of the nutrition. Life is good. Let's take a look at our potatoes. Starting to brown just a little bit, and we'll let it go a couple more minutes and start turning it off. So, got a moment. Brand new wood cutting board for me. I did get this at Sam's Club. It's mill end wood. It's a nice firm wood, although it's kind to the knife. It looks great. This should hold up very well for years. The reason I'm pointing it out today is all my cutting boards, my bamboo, my other wood board, and this one all got food grade mineral oil rubbed into them, which you should be doing if you're cooking on a regular basis. You want to treat your wood and bamboo cutting boards every 2-3 months with the food grade mineral oil. It should be available at any cook store. I got mine at a wholesale supply house. And that really helps the quality of the wood maintain. It'll cut down warping, cracking, and keep it nice and fresh. But make sure it's food grade mineral oil. That's the treatment. Just your little tip of the day. All right. Now we're rocking. So, potatoes are starting to look good. Don't do this at home. Just use a pair of tongs. And turn that down. Sausage starting to firm. So here we go. Now our little tender vegetables. I'll add those herbs pretty much the last minute when I do my when I add my power greens. And we just want to get those vegetables softened up a little bit and make them enjoyable. Okay, so the nice thing about feta cheese is it's very easy to crumble, so you don't really have to cut it. So what I'm going to do is take that out, and as you can see, I'm going to have it crumbled when I put it in. Very simple method, delivery system. Down. Starting to firm up. That sausage right now is about medium. Of course, we're going to cook it to medium well, so it just needs to get a little firmer. which means it's time to get up at breakfast foods. Okay. Alright, things are starting to finalize here. One of my little cheat techniques is just move that sausage to my egg pan. And you can see we're just having a little oil issue. That turmeric loves to absorb a little bit of the oil. So I'm going to put in a touch more, and those vegetables are starting to soften up. That's what I'm looking for. So in goes some Italian parsley. And, oh well, there we go. And my little trick, crank it down now. Because all I want to do is wilt those greens. I don't want to cook the living daylights out of them. I just want to get them wilted. So I'm using my hand to hold it, getting the vegetables on top, the greens on the bottom, and just let them cook down real nice and easy. My sausage is firming up. There you go, just about done. There we go. That's basically what I'm looking for. That's going to finish melting just as it is. Potatoes are looking awesome. We're just turning those way down. Sausage is firm. And give me a chance to wilt. That goes back in now. And now we're just going to add the cheese. Notice the precision measurement. Almost makes me feel like we should throw some olives and pepperoncini in there and make it sort of like a greased skillet. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. If you do want to add something to that, we'll make it a little more provocative. You can get some pepperoncinis and just chop them up a little bit and throw it in there. Not only will they give it a nice little Greek flavor, they're pickled, so there's a little bit of probiotic to it. And it'll give it a nice flavor. We have a lot of other stuff going on already, so I'm really not going to worry about it. But with all that said, let's make eggs.
It would be good with jardinere too.
Pardon me?
Be good with jardinere too.
Be great with jardinere, but I would just put in enough to flavor it. I wouldn't drench it. Okay, you're out. Add some butter in. These are organic brown eggs from Costco. Gotta love that Kirkland stuff. And as always, we'll make Jody's eggs first. You will not have to watch me make my eggs. And there we go. Here's how this goes from here. We're going to take this out. Everybody gets half, just cooked through. And the eggs go in. Over mediums, my favorite way to have eggs. I do it a lot. I know you see it a lot in this video, but it is just my personal favorite. If you want to scramble them, if you want to do something different, whatever your personal favorite is, that's fine. You really should feel that way, not just obey what I like, but understand what I'm doing and then make what you like.
Do you ever poach eggs?
Once in a while. Not very often. I've poached way too many eggs in my lifetime because I used to work buffets for Sunday brunch, and I would have to, on Saturday, poach off 150 eggs every Saturday. So after doing that for a few years, they kind of lost their luster.
Of course.
Got plenty of potatoes, probably enough for tomorrow morning too. But don't want my team leaving hungry. There we go. I'm starting to get, my staff is starting to request that they be invited for breakfast too. So next breakfast, you may see more than two of us. There we go. That, oh God, that looks good. And of course, while the eggs are cooking, the last thing I can do is clean my pan. Jody, breakfast is served.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna get on to my stuff. You guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy. Keep up the healthy breakfast. Keep up the activity. Keep going. Remember, everything that makes you whole makes you stronger. And your breakfast should be the best way to start your day. So, I'll see you all in a week. Thank you.